Coming out, John. Hold on.
What is it you want, Barry? What do you want? You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
The sensitive high school quarterback who became commander-in-chief of his own army. He would later say of the war, it was awesome, but also, it wasn't.
What's the deal with bananas? I mean, they got orange juice, you got apple juice. Where's the banana juice?
I never.
When you want to talk sports, you ask folks who have seen it all up close. So on the Al Travis Show, we go with the guys at the end of the bench. Time to talk all things sports.
And we're hoping we got them both, John and Dan. John, you with me?
Good morning.
There he is. Fantastic. And Dan, how are you? All right.
Last minute excellent. Thank you.
Changes to the program, but I'm glad you guys are here. Are we jumping on the Twins bandwagon again? What I mean by that, I honestly really love the 2 out of 3 wins against Cubs and the Rays. I mean, those are 2 decent teams. You have the Pirates coming into town. Are we ready to jump on this bandwagon and say the Central is ours, Dan? Whoa. Come on, you're the homers.
Well, I'm a homer, but the Central is ours, I'm sure. But I want to wait through this weekend to see if how well they can actually play against the lowly Pirates.
Okay, you're worried that they'll play down. John, you're laughing. John, you're laughing. What are your thoughts?
Well, I was pretty impressed with that Cubs series. I mean, they were either leading the whole National League or right there with the LA Dodgers when it started. I can't remember which one, but to dominate that team in those 2 games was really something. I mean, it wasn't just that we beat them. They didn't even score.
No.
So it looked pretty darn good. Now, they did take it on the chin yesterday for a couple of reasons. Paddock just didn't have his stuff. But, I'm a homer, Al. I'm always on their bandwagon, right? So, But it'd be really nice if they can finish off this break, on an upswing, considering all the injuries and other stuff that's been going on.
Do we know what they're going to throw at Pittsburgh? Is this the everybody pitches an inning round? Is that what we've got? Who do we got? No, it's Ryan today.
Oh, no, tonight is the Ryan versus Scanes.
That's right.
This is this is one that,
anticipated.
I highly anticipate. This will be the most anticipated game the Pirates play for quite a while because it's have 2 all-stars head to head, and it's so it's definitely I'd love to be able to get out there tonight, but I know it's a must-see TV for this evening at the very least.
Oh, smoking a cigar in the garage, watching this one. The one that bothers me, it is the next one. I was wrong. Saturday's game is wide open. Is it another everybody gets an inning pitched thing that drives me batty? Is that what we're looking at?
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, they altered Ryan a little bit because he got named to the All-Star game.
Yep.
So they're shuffling a little bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they do on Saturday because they got Richardson lined up for Sunday. So, and they want to give, they're trying to give the starters a longer break with the All-Star break coming in. So,
no, I get it, but Dan, you're the statistics guy. How many teams in league history have survived any length of time playing this pitcher thing every 4th day for any length of time in a season? It doesn't work in the long. You might be able to scab a game here and there, but that's it.
If it did work, you would see more teams doing it on a regular basis.
Exactly.
This is purely we don't think we have a better option. That's
what does that tell you if you've been pitching your whole life, you're in the minors, or you're in there in the dugout, and they're saying, I would much rather just do this way than give you your shot at full-time pitching. It's got to be demoralizing as all get out.
You would have to think, but the 2 guys from the minors that they were really excited about giving time to now are involved now. Matthews we're still waiting to come back, and Festa is pitching, and he's been looking pretty good now. So the next round are guys that they're real excited about, but they haven't done a whole lot. So like Maya in AAA, they are super excited about him, but until just recently, he's been getting the crap beat out of him
In the
in
minors.
AAA. Yeah, he had like an 8 ERA there for a while this year. But he's, they still are super excited about him. But yeah, but you're right. I mean, what would you rather? Would you rather they go pick up some waiver wire claim off off somebody else's junk heap to start a game?
Well, okay, so you bring it up, John. They're literally looking at selling this team now. Supposedly there's somebody looking. I don't know what that means. Isn't the team worth more if you can find a way to get to the playoffs? Here I am, Mr. Radio Guy, who hates the idea that we just get the playoffs. That's good enough for me. But right now, there are, all three teams in the East after the Toronto Blue are all going to take the wild card spots. We're not even in that mix right now. We are 5 games out of being in the mix for a wild card spot, and nothing seems to show me that we're on our roll to pick that up in the next half. Don't you have to do something? Am I get a bad pitcher? Get a pitcher who can hang? You got to do something to mix this up. Go ahead, John.
Well, to answer your first question, I don't think it impacts the sale or the value of the team to a great degree.
Okay.
The costs associated with the team are what they are, regardless if we had a pitcher for a few million or something like that.
Okay.
You could say it increases some postseason revenue, and so they get more money and they get more advertising fees and stuff, but it's probably not going to affect the sale. However, to your other point, as long as we're in the running, you want to see them at least try or put on the face that they're serious about it and not just go through the motion. So I think they're playing the long game and seeing if they can survive and hang in there at 500 or a little better while these guys recover. And then when they get them back, figuring, we'll go back to how it was in May. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, you look at Dan, when you look at the American League, I mean, Toronto and New York could go back and forth yet, but Detroit's got ours division locked up. It looks like Houston has theirs. There are 9 teams vying for those 3 spots, all within 5 games. We don't have much room for error, I guess is my point. There's a lot of teams that can beat us.
No.
Yeah, and there's a lot to make up in that too, because as you say, it's 5 games until 5 games out to even just to get into the mix.
Yes.
That's when you're talking about 9 teams in this fight. It's not easy to move. It's not easy to move up. 1 game is a hard sell to make. So I think what they've been doing still is I honestly think they're holding off to see what they've got going heading into the trade deadline. So this was this week was a good start. Was a really good start. But now it's how do they come out of the All-Star break? First week out of the All-Star break, I think, is going to be critical to see, are they a team that they're worth buying? Because we could still be sellers. I mean, that right now, I think the assumption in the national media is that the Twins are sellers at the deadline. And they're looking at who are the most valuable players that they could actually trade on expiring contracts, for example. So.
Well, let me throw this out. I'm now sitting here telling you, and the home run derby is the only thing I would want to watch, and I'd like to see Buxton in it. But I'm telling you right now, I don't want him to pitch Ryan. Ryan gets in there on this, pitcher's exemption. Somebody got hurt, so he's in. I don't want him to pitch. Give him the time off. He got his recognition, and I don't think I want Buxton hitting. Your thoughts, John? Let's just take this week and heal up. Let the world watch this crappy All-Star game. Let's move on.
I've got mixed feelings on that because I know there's a history of some guys getting in that home run derby and they swing so many times they are useless for the actual All-Star game.
Yeah.
Because they're so sore from doing that. Now Buck, when he's healthy, I think is a peak physical specimen. I would like to see him do well in the home run derby because I think he's very capable of that. And if he didn't play in the game, I wouldn't be that put out because he'd probably only be in for an inning anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want to see it go down and get hurt. I'm wondering how much his left hand bruise is going to affect things because he was held out yesterday, probably just because it was sore. If he looks like he's playing okay against Pittsburgh, fine. Ryan, I want to see Ryan pitch. I mean, he got there, even if he's just in for a couple batters.
All right, Dan, your thoughts?
Get a chance on that big stage.
How many?
All right.
Yeah, how many chances do you get to do this? That's once you've been to the All-Star game 3 or 4 times, then then by all means, then you just that's how Ryan got there. But Buxton, I mean, it's basically hometown. I mean, he's gonna
That's where he's from.
He's certainly gonna try to be be in the action as much as he can. I'm sure because he's got lots of tickets. He's buying up tons of tickets for friends and family, and so I mean that's a big
Right.
the hometown boy.
We'll see what happens, but that'll come up on Mondays, the All-Star Home Run Derby. Tuesdays, the game. We'll get to talk about that on Monday. Let's go to break quick. I want to talk about P.J. Fleck a little bit in the University of Minnesota. We do that with John and Dan, the guys at the end of the bench, right after this.
Braver Angels Minnesota is part of a national movement that brings together conservatives, liberals, independents, and others to restore trust, respect, and goodwill in politics. We seek not to eliminate our differences, but rather deal with them head on, with respect and understanding. We do not try to change people's views, but how they view the other side. There will always be differences. Braver Angels Minnesota believes the best way forward is to change how we deal with those differences. Join the civil conversation at mn.braverangels.org.
Achieving your financial goals requires individual planning and a comprehensive approach. At Midwest Money Management, our mission is to provide you with the knowledge, tools, and confidence to feel comfortable financially today and secure about tomorrow. Learn more at MidwestMoneyManagement.com. That's MidwestMoneyManagement.com.
Securities offered through JW Cole Financial Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services offered through JW Cole Advisors Inc. Midwest Money Management and JW Cole Financial Inc. and JW Cole Advisors Inc. are unaffiliated entities.
Are you kidding me?
You know that comment you said to the radio? The thing that we got wrong?
Clearly, Brussels sprouts are the worst vegetable.
Call us and let the world know your thoughts. 855-257-7469. That's 855-ALS-SHOW.
And we've got them, the guys in the bench, John and Dan. I'm going to tee them off right here because it's getting ridiculous to me what goes on at the University of Minnesota. The same time, we talked about it, I think it was on Monday, whatever day. They literally came out with the idea that the University of Minnesota athletic department is $8.75 million in the hole. That's the news story. So what they throw out on the eve of the 4th of July is, oh, and by the way, we did not give Fleck a raise. We did not. He's going to keep his $6 million because every year he's been here, he's got a new contract. We're going to keep him at $6 million, but we're going to give him to stay money. $1 million this year, 1.2 next year, 1.3 the next, all the way up to $1.6 million in 2030 to stay money.
Yeah.
What in God's green earth is that, Dan? Yeah, it's money coming in. That's a raise.
It's not a raise, though. No, it's not a raise. It's a
it's a to stay money.
What is that about? What is that about? A 15% increase in salary every in what you take in. I would love a 15% increase in salary built into the next what 6 years of my life or whatever. Yeah.
Isn't your salary your to stay money? Is like, boss, I know you're paying me what I get, but if you don't give me more money to stay, that's a higher salary. Stop lying to me. Stop making up crap.
Retention bonus or whatever they're calling it. Yeah, which I like the way you say it is better. The nice word is retention. It's almost like saying, if we decide to keep you, we'll give you this much money. But even if we fire you, we'll give you 70% of what is remaining.
John, this is a Ponzi scheme, right? And I'm just this is at the same time when now the NCAA is going to give the athletic department $20 million. This is the same time 2 years ago we said we can pay kids for the name, likeness, and image. And I have to just sit here and take this to stay money? Come on, John.
Well, fortunately, it's not unique to Minnesota. There was an article in the paper the other day, spend a whole show on this subject, that somebody said we should quit calling them student athletes because they're paid employees. They should just be called athletes.
Yep.
Because they're hired by the university to play the game.
Don't disagree.
Quite an interesting take, but it had some points.
Can I bring up this man makes $6 million a year plus at least $1 million to stay money? His grand total last year, I think it was 8 and 5. It is, but he also has one of the better recruiting years in a long time, even in his tenure. He's ranked nationally with his recruits right now, and he's doing a better job of getting guys in state than I've seen in years. And that's worth the $7 million. Okay. You know what? I'm almost with you.
I can't defend the merits of that, but
okay.
He's doing some good things. I'm just pointing that out.
And they're also talking about his academic All-Americans that he's got. The academic results from his teams have been pretty good.
Okay. Let's just pretend that football isn't the only thing that matters in life, and this will make people grow into being huge and great humans.
No. It is the only thing else.
This is what we treat it like. What about the poor guy professor at the University of Minnesota making, $200,000, $300,000 a year? They're making some decent money. Their job is to go every day, do the best they can to teach the brightest kids that they can, to do the best they can. They're doing that every day. No one paying them $1 million to stick around. On top of the $6 million, they just said in the Minnesota, with his staying bonus and the money he makes on the side, Fleck is the top 20 CEO in Minnesota. Is Gopher football that important? Think 3M, think United, think all the. Is Gopher football right there? Dan, you're trying not to laugh. You know what I'm saying.
I do. Does it seriously bring in that much money? And I think what we're hearing is no. If Gopher football is a business, because you're going to compare them to the CEOs.
Yep.
I sometimes get annoyed by the run it like a business excuse for making decisions, but this is a business. Don't play around. This is a business. Yep. This is and if you're going to be in the top 20 paid CEOs, basically it's the board of regents, right? It's the board of directors that decides to keep them here, and I'm with you there. No, it does not make anywhere near the. But that's what you got to do to keep a football coach.
Because that's what's important in my life. I love the Gophers. I like watching the Gophers. It isn't worth $6 million in my life. If they weren't there, I'd find something else to watch on that Saturday afternoon. I just would. I'm sorry. It's another team. I'll pick them up. I don't need it to have a Gopher logo.
But will the big donors keep paying attention? That's the it's the big donors that they're most interested in, right? So
yeah, they don't care about little Al Travis. I agree. I got to fly. I'm out of time. Gentlemen, love having you on. We'll talk about the All-Star game and all that is on Monday. Fair enough?
Yeah, right. Go Twins.
John and Dan, the guys at the end of the bench.